Okay.
Welcome to my class.
Okay, I think we might be recording now. Yes, I believe we are. So welcome to our Hydra session. We are super excited to be offering this as a new option for Mary Kay that is like a spa-like treatment. And we are going to have fun, and we are all doing it together tonight. And so welcome to our Hydra session happiness session. Okay, the very first thing what a person would do would be to remove your eye makeup. So if you are wearing eye makeup, you do want to remove that. Mary Kay has our oil-free eye makeup remover. Highly recommended. Shake it before you use it. Put on a cotton pad. And so those of us doing this right now, we're going to go ahead and take our eye makeup off. By the way, I am Sales Director Brenda Thomas, and it's great to have you here as part of our Hydra session today. Awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and remove that. Our eye makeup remover will remove any type of eye makeup, waterproof or not, mascara, liner, shadow. I usually let it soak in about 3 seconds and then move it around. It's important when we wear eye makeup to remove it. And it just removes it so simply. And then I just flip it over and do the other eye as well. And after we remove our eye makeup, Barbie will be teaching us how to wash our face with our sonic system, which is an amazing way to get a cleaner clean and with mild exfoliation.
Oh yeah. Are we ready for it?
So take it away, Barbie.
All right. So I can easily share the screen and not share the screen. So I'm just going to stop share for a second.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So what I am going to do is show off my lovely sonic brush. I love it very much. I take it everywhere I go, when I go to hotels or whatever, any conference. Chris is shaking and nodding her head like, yes, she does. I see her with it. And it's kind of like when you brush your teeth, like, do you get it wet first or do you put the product on, then get it wet? That's up to you. That's your personality. So the first step we're doing is our foaming cleanser from the Time Wiser hair set. It really does feel like washing your face with a cloud. So, and like Brenda, I also have very oily skin. So if that is you, it's okay to be using this, but it's also for dry skin too. I know Chris is like, yeah, oily skin. So I just pop a pea-size amount on my brush there, and it is called foaming cleanser. So you are going to see it foam, all right? It has a 1-minute timer, which I absolutely love, because then I don't have to concentrate when I'm doing it. It oscillates at the same rate as a bee pollinates a flower. I think that's adorable because the bee's kind of like Mary Kay's mascot, if you will. So that's kind of a fun fact. It gets your face 4 times as clean, and you want to do your neck as well. Your throat, your neck area, the back of your hands and your throat show the age the fastest. So you don't just want to do your face. Avoid the eye area, of course. We don't want to be putting foaming cleanser in our eye. Look how dirty that is. Sometimes I'll just dip it in my water to get the dirt off of it and then go again. And this also gently exfoliates both morning and night. So every time you use it, you're exfoliating, taking a nice light layer of dead skin off the surface and making it bright, shiny, new. Oh, my minute's up. Okay, see the dirt on there? Okay. So when I'm done, I like to then just take a wet washcloth and pat my face with it to get the rest of the dirt off. The sonic brush also has a massaging head as an option. And then it has replacement brush heads because you do want to replace those every couple months as they get dirty. Oh, it feels so smooth. Is everyone feeling that? It feels so nice. I love it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Thank you, Barbie. So that was our Time Wise Repair Foaming Cleanser and our sonic system. Our next step of our Hydra session is our microdermabrasion, the refined step. And let me just say, you can actually Include this microderm. If you wanted to, you could mix it with the cleanser for this HydraSession. Some people do that, or you can do it separate. So how many of you are concerned about pore size? Our pores are like this as they're getting full of maybe oil, bacteria, grime, dirt. They get bigger and bigger. And the microdermabrasion, this has alumina oxide crystals in it. So even when I'm using that sonic system or a washcloth, that is not small enough to get into those pores and clean it out. So the refined step from Mary Kay, the alumina oxide crystals are small enough. So they get in there. And when you're using this, you'll mix it with water today, and you'll decide how much water to add or how abrasive to be, and we'll go up and out. And then we will rinse that off. So it's a put on, take off. You can use it right in the shower. But those alumina oxide crystals, very effective at getting that. So your pore goes like this and then basically scrunches back down because of getting the grime out. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply our microdermabrasion, the refined step. Again, mix with water. You'll massage it for about a minute. You decide how much water to have or how abrasive to be. And welcome, Nicole. It's great to have you here as a part of our HydraSession. So I'm just putting on microdermabrasion, and then I'm getting my water and just massaging that right in. I really want to get in the nose area. Our pores too are like shingles, so I want to go different directions. And you'll see a noticeable improvement in pore, the appearance of pore when you're using this. I don't go super close to the eyes. I do go right up to the lips, but not on the lips. You can do your throat. You can use this how we're doing it tonight by the sink, or you can do it in the shower. And then you can take your washcloth and take that off. Consultants, when we're doing a HydraSession with someone, I would recommend when it's not virtual, when we're with them, that you give them several different washcloths, okay? Several different facial cloths.
Okay.
The microdermabrasion, there is no recovery time. However, it does, for some people, your face might be a little bit red after doing it. The benefit is removing layers of skin, so fresh new skin will grow. And the texture is better right away, like how smooth it is. You do want to get all those granules off, so make sure you do. But there is really no recovery time, so you can do it in the morning and go, and your skin will look fabulous. As we're maturing, we are not losing skin cells like we did when we were 12. And so we want to exfoliate so our skin looks fresh and new and not dull and drab. And that will happen if I never get dead skin cells off. So, okay, how does that feel, people? Awesome.
It looks fabulous. It looks fabulous. So Brenda has been talking about that exfoliating process. Your skin has that natural exfoliating process, but sometimes the process doesn't work effectively as it should. So we talked about that oil. Some of us are more oil prone, acne prone than others, but that oil and bacteria and those impurities get trapped inside our pores, okay? So one addition to the Clearproof system, which can be used not if you have acne prone skin, but you still want to get some of that excess oil if you have parts of your skin that are dry, parts that are oily. Brenda actually at the end is going to talk about the hydrating gel mask. So this could be kind of a companion with that. We'll talk about that a little later. But this Clearproof Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask helps remove that dirt and impurities that can contribute to the problem skin, that offers kind of a gentle solution just for supporting that clearer looking complexion. And in our days of wearing this kind of mask, we want to come home and do this kind of mask, right? So we've got extra impurities that we're worried about nowadays. So I'm not going to put this on because I'm going to give you some fun facts while you are, but I'm going to give you the demo of what it looks like, okay? So I want you to, I like to apply this. Well, I'll talk about the applicator. I like to put a little bit on the back of my hand. So if you've got a sample, I put it right here on the back of my wrist. Brenda's got our fabulous applicator brush. This is like a spatula, and that spatula is a little pink head there. I just apply that spatula to the product on the back of my hand and then put it on. They're going to show. So I want you to look like this when you're done, right? Great. Applying to the nose, cheeks. I love how they're doing that. I always call it the polka dots. I start with polka dots and then I'm kind of fill in. I can go add more product back in. So I'm going to hold this up. Okay. If you are into fun facts, here's a few fun facts for you. So we talked about those pores. This triple action activated charcoal acts like a magnet to unclog those pores. The formula is actually clinically shown to instantly absorb excess oil and reduce shine. Doesn't everybody want that? Even if you don't have excess oil, you want to reduce that shine even so. How's that feeling? As you apply, you might sense a fragrance in there. It's actually not a fragrance. It's honeysuckle and navy bean extracts. Okay, our deep cleansing charcoal mask contains these two ingredients. I love when it becomes natural ingredients. Mary Kay does a great job including those ingredients in their products. That is the extracts from those two ingredients, honeysuckle and navy bean, are shown to target the appearance of skin discoloration. Together, they're really a powerful agent, and their combination is designed to help you leave a troubled past behind. Doesn't everybody want that, right? And create just that clearer looking skin. Each of those botanical extracts is shown to impact factors that are going to help smooth your skin. I love how that goes on. And as it's drying, you may start to see, as it dries, it just becomes a little bit lighter, kind of in that gray. I always find a little white dots start to appear. And those are spots on my skin where underneath there's a blemish growing, and it just draws that right out. I have charcoal masked so many times, and I find these big white dots, and I wash off, and I think that was a blemish that I avoided, which I absolutely love. This is also suitable for all skin tones and skin types. Particularly, we talked about oily skin. Clinically tested, this is what I love for skin irritation. Brenda talked about that earlier, and allergy. Dermatologist tested, suitable for blemish prone and sensitive skin. I find that so important. Mary Kay does a really fantastic job of making sure all of their products are really made for sensitive skin. Non-comedogenic means doesn't clog your pores, which is exactly what we're doing right now, unclogging those pores. I mentioned a little bit before, there is a multi-masking step. I'm just going to show you on the other side here. And you can see, maybe not, I've got a little reflection here. So oftentimes the oily sections seem to be across the forehead, down the nose, in that T-zone around the chin. And then our cheeks sometimes tend to be drier. So later on, Brenda's going to talk a little bit about our hydrating gel mask, that you could actually do a multi-mask right on your face at the same time, having that charcoal mask in that T and oily zone, and then having the hydrating in those dry spaces. So, you know, with Mary Kay, you've always got options. Brenda, anything you want to add to our charcoal mask? You guys look fabulous 2 or 3 times a week. And I know Brenda talked at the beginning of the Hydra session. We're doing all these products in a consecutive order. We would do exfoliating on opposite days. For me, I do my microderm in the shower one day, and then the next day I would do my charcoal mask. Again, that exfoliation, you don't want that abrasiveness 2 consecutive days in a row, but you could do 2 days of different types of exfoliation each. Does that make sense? So you can exfoliate every day because really that's what your skin needs, just not doing the same type of exfoliation. Brenda, anything you want to add to that?
That was awesome, Chris. And
I can smell you. I love that smell.
yeah, it smells like a spa. That honeysuckle, that maybe being, I love that it evens out skin tone. There is salicylic acid in it also. Super gentle, no recovery time. Sometimes when people say charcoal, they think, oh my gosh, that's going to get really hard. It's going to be uncomfortable. They've maybe seen something scary on Facebook that someone was crying. That is not this at all. It's great for sensitive skin. As it does sit, we're going to leave it on for what's recommended is 10 to 20 minutes. And so tonight we're going to leave it on for about 10 total and remove. So Nicole, if you can be our timer, that's awesome. That'd be great. But anyway, yeah, that's.
I love that you mentioned that you might see on Facebook or something else where people would, talk about that, burning or something sensation. I feel like the misconception, and I think it's all about perception and misconception and myths that are out there. The activated charcoal, when charcoal goes through that special heating process, it becomes activated, which makes it more porous. And that activation is what absorbs almost twice its weight in impurities. So, the misconception where people hear heat or they hear that and then they, start to send that public message or that misconception that we're not, putting our face over a charcoal grill or something like that and heating it. So, I love that Mary Kay has all of the science to back what we do with our products and what they do and how they make those ingredients that are made to be safe for the consumer.
Does anyone want to see a progression of my face with the charcoal mask on it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rachel, I love your cat, by the way. Looks like your cat's got on a charcoal mask too.
Here we go. So, as you can see, when I first put it on, it's nice and dark, right?
Yeah.
And I often take these photos for my page. I know Rachel's seen a lot of these, I'm sure. But I have super oily skin. So then what you can see is those little white dots. That's those dots she's talking about. What I like is when I can see those dots on my nose. When you see that, that's when it's starting to pulling the oil from the skin. So when it's absorbing the oil from the skin, and if you're an oily skin girl like I am, I leave it on like a half an hour. And when I do that, this is the end result. And you get the dried mask, but also the oil absorption. And you can actually learn where you're most oily. Clearly mine is around my nose and my chin, but that's where I get my acne too. So that's my progression.
I
Thanks
love
for
it.
showing that, Barbie.
Yeah, and what the other thing too, people ask, what is that sensation? Those are the 2 clays that they use, that bentonite and kaolin clays, and that those are shown that people with problem or more oily skin, it's even becomes more oily with this change of season as well as other factors. And here we are in a season change right now. So this is kind of that perfect time. And as we go into that summer, even if it's not a hot summer where you are, your skin still changes with that season. And having that ability to have a product, again, another natural product that is absorbing, those oils that are really made to, again, absorb that oil and reduce the shine. So again, we just love our Mary Kay.
Yes. And while our mask is still on, Nicole's actually going to talk about satin lips, and then we will put the lip mask on. All right, so Nicole, you want to talk about satin lips? We're ready.
I would love to. So our satin shea scrub, just like our face needs exfoliating, so do our lips. So this is our satin shea scrub. It is the white tea and citrus scent. You're going to put a little bit on your lips, rub it around in circles to help exfoliate. Rub your lips together, whatever you prefer. We're gonna leave it sit on for about a minute. And then whenever you're ready, or you can wait till you take your charcoal mask off and wash it all off at the same time. But we're exfoliating our lips along with our face. And then we will have a balm for later, so. And some people think it tastes like Fruit Loops, not that I recommend eating it at all.
My lips needed this bad. So this is great.
Well, good. Good.
Anyone else here a lip biter? Like I'm in meetings and I want to say something, but I really shouldn't say it maybe. So I like bite my lips instead. I get like,
No.
my lips hurt. I'm in a lot of meetings, so.
You know what I love about this too is I love that it's a two-piece set, but I actually separate my set and I keep my exfoliation, the scrub, right next to my toothpaste, because I could bite my lips or I could find a dry spot, but when I'm brushing my teeth and I look down at that toothpaste, I grab it because I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'll do that later, and then I'll look for it or won't be where I need. I'll have forgotten when I'm washing my face, my lips don't feel dry because I'm doing all this other stuff. And I love that right next to it. It's tiny, it fits right next to my toothpaste, and I do it right while I'm brushing my teeth. And then my little tube of lip balm goes right next to in my like nightstand, so that if I didn't do that before I hopped into bed, I've got one there and one right in my desk too. So I love, love, love that scrub.
And
Thank you for that little
you
tip, by
should
the way.
be
That is
you should be exfoliating 2 to 3 times a week also.
face,
Brenda,
body,
that was
and
the, oops.
That was the timer, it sounds like.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
So we'll remove our charcoal mask now, as well as our lip mask.
And I'm sure, Brenda, you've got some tips, but what I really love to do is I get that washcloth wet, and before I do anything else, I just set it right on my face and let that clay just gently soften up. And sometimes I'll count to 5 or 10, and then I usually just gently wipe it off. Or sometimes I'll do my steps and have my mask on, and then I will hop in the shower. And then I'll just let it rinse off while I'm in the shower if I had worked out right beforehand or something like that. But I love how easy this comes off. And I love to use a white washcloth when I do this. And it just comes right out of that washcloth. I never feel like, I love to see that clay right on the white washcloth. And then the washcloth goes right through the wash and comes right out. So it's just
Really?
pulling all that dirt out of there. I love it. Brenda, are those eyelashes on your washcloth?
They are.
They're upside down.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
I need that in my life.
I love it. And you guys have been doing a lot of exfoliating, so be real gentle on your skin. I always say, sometimes when people start using Mary Kay, they're just really rough on their face, really scrubbers. And I say, let the product do the work. Don't work so hard. Mary Kay put a lot of research and development. The product does the work, and we don't have to, right? So just real gentle.
So would you like us to take our lip scrub off then too right now?
Yes.
You guys look
Awesome.
amazing.
Chris,
It
those are
feels
great,
amazing.
great tips. How does everyone's skin feel?
Amazing.
Isn't that great? Chris, are you telling me you use a white washcloth?
I do. So usually, you know, when we were like really face to face, like human touch, you know, when not that I'm touching someone's face, but I only demo with white washcloths because I want people to see what's coming off of your face, right? I want you to see what's on.
Do those white washcloths become totally clean?
Yes,
when you
they
wash
do.
them? Oh my gosh.
I know, isn't that amazing? And you
That's
know,
amazing.
I'll do, it's a load of whites and it's hot. I don't always use bleach, but sometimes I do. I feel like when I'm seeing a lot of customers like in my personal space, I want you to have a nice, beautiful kind of feeling like you're at a spa washcloth. You know, obviously if you have disposable ones, but when, you know, when you're in my presence, I want you to feel like you're at that spa. So, and I always rinse the washcloths out right away, but then I'll do the load, you know, once a week or whatever. So I haven't let the mask sit on there for a week. I'll rinse it right away, you know, sort of but the rinsing comes out really quickly.
Excellent. Well, we're going to move on to our next step. And if we're looking at our little chart here, we're moving on to the Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. And Teresa's going to walk us through that, as well as the hydrogel eye patches. So love it. My skin is like a baby's butt right now. I mean, this is really great. Isn't it? Like,
It's so clean.
It is so, and it doesn't feel over exfoliated or anything. It feels super soft. All right, Teresa, take it away. Let's see, where
Is she gone? She's gone.
Teresa is gone. Okay.
But I have it if you'd like me to talk about it.
Yeah, take it away, Barbie.
Let's not wait. Let's just do it. So this is our Time Wise Repair Revealing Radiance Facial Peel. And it is the exfoliant that I personally use that Teresa's going to talk about in just one moment as soon as her audio gets connected. Teresa?
I'm back.
Hey, Teresa, that was so funny. We didn't know, I didn't know you were gone, so I'm like, take it away, Teresa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I switched over because I don't know what happened. Did everybody lose?
No.
We lost you.
For facial peel. So you tell us about our facial peel.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Where did I put it? Just a second. Oh my God. Technical difficulties.
And Barbie and I have it, so we're showing it right now. If you want to talk about it, you can. We can show ours. This is part of our Time Wise Repair line. Okay, it complements it very well.
Oh my God.
Facial peel too. When I heard facial peel, I thought that's going to get hard. I'm going to have to peel it off my face. Not at all. It stays soft. It easily comes off. We normally leave it on for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. We could start applying it, but when you apply it, just avoid the eye area. Okay, so just do not do the eye area. All right. So I'm going to squirt some on my finger here.
Okay, sorry about that. The facial peel goes to work immediately. What is it doing? It's removing dead skin cells from the skin's top surface layer. It also impacts the remaining surface layers. It's going to break apart the bonds that hold together thousands of other skin dulling
And it feels so smooth, like it's like butter, except it's
Like
great
butter.
on my face.
Oh my God. Like butter.
Yeah.
Coffee. Sorry. Little slow.
When we were at seminar, when this came out, they described it as kind of like taking a cantaloupe and a peeler. And that's how effective it is. It's removing all layers of skin. So fresh new skin can grow. It is a chemical peel. It is glycolic acid. And that's why we time it. And Nicole, you got a timer going for us?
Shall we do our throats?
I do a lot of times, yeah.
Okay, great.
Good idea.
I do.
Look at one, creepy.
My favorite part about this is it has, you know, it exfoliates with the hydrochloric acid, but then also that has ingredients in it that jumpstart the skin renewal process. So after you get all the dead off your skin, then you have this new regrowth that comes and you have bright, shiny, healthy skin. This is my favorite thing to do. I pop this on either 10 minutes right before I get into a bath, like 10 minutes, or I put it on in a bath. And when I'm like, it's been 10 minutes, then I just rinse it off. I love it. It is my go-to exfoliation for sure.
Now, when you do,
You may also feel
Oh,
a little tingling. There may be a little, which is normal. So
when you're doing a pampering experience with
Couple
someone,
times
I do recommend that you half the face and avoid the eyes. Barbie, do you remember when we had that event? One of Barbie's guests,
That's you.
half the face. We could tell it from the room across. I mean, it was significant improvement.
It was many ladies. Every
Many
single one, we could guess exactly which side of their face they did. And then my customer
that's cool.
skin started peeling off her face. Do you remember that?
Yes,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
less brown.
Because she hadn't exfoliated in so long. Her skin just craved it. And it was just coming off. Like,
Wow.
so most people's skin will not do that, but if it does, don't be alarmed because that just means your skin really needed some good exfoliation. This also helps with deep lines and wrinkles too, because it will, when you get the dead skin exfoliated off, then that deep wrinkle doesn't appear so deep, you know? I love it. It's my favorite.
Yes.
Thanks, ladies. Sorry, I blew it.
Did you want to say other things about it, Teresa? Were there other things you wanted to share about the facial peel?
No, just that because I the first I mean was exfoliated enough because I didn't feel it tingle, but the last couple of times I have felt. I think that's probably a good feeling, you know, that it's actually doing. It didn't fly off, but
Some people feel warm
No, I like
sensation
it too.
too. Some people feel nothing. Yep.
oh, I do have one other thing to add.
It's recommended twice a week, and when you use it that twice a week consistently,
week,
this
yeah.
will last you 6 months. So I think it's great to share use up rate too.
And
Yeah,
you know, I used this before our HydraSession, but I wasn't using it because I used the skin analyzer and it told me the things that I should probably be using, which I thought was very helpful. Those things into my bathroom here, in there. And now I have it.
I'm glad you brought that up
Just
about
like Chris was saying.
the skin analyzer app. That is really good for us to do consultants, but also have our customers do, because it will disclose products maybe that you weren't using but would be
Right,
so
that's what I'm
effective
saying.
for things with your skin. And You know, microdermabrasion is recommended also for evening out skin tone, not only texture, not only pore size, but evening out skin tone. And also, like the charcoal mask helps even out skin tone. The facial peel helps out even out skin tone. Our tone correcting serum. There are many different things, but I love it when Barbie said too, like they are, you know, it's preparing your skin to be ready, right? Or it's going to be more effective when you're using those things together. Let me think. A couple things I wanted to share. So some of us, Teresa had last week, I think, promoted doing a lotion promotion where she was engaging and encouraging friends and family customers to be part of something greater, giving back to people on the front lines right now. And so I just wanted to share today, I started to tell some of my customers about that they could partner with me, and in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week and also Nurses Appreciation Week. And Teacher Appreciation Week is this coming week, and Nurses Appreciation Week is also like starts the 6th through the 12th. Yeah, so it's kind of overlapping. So I had a couple customers reorder, or they were part of a virtual experience with me one-on-one, and I told them that, and so they each added to their order, but then I've had others too. So just today, telling my own customers, the few people that I talked to, there's been 12 donations or 20, something like, I mean, it's like, and I'm matching everything. So it's not a money maker. And what I'm offering is the hand cream or the lip balm. And I really want to bless the teachers and nurses on the front lines in our city, in our community, and that kind of thing. So I'm reaching out to people in our community, but so it's nothing fancy. I did not make a flyer, but I just wanted to share that with you, and maybe that can be helpful. And what I'm doing is it's $14, which includes the tax and the gift wrap, you know what I'm saying? And if someone uses credit card, it's just factoring that in. Does that make sense? So they can do as many as they want or as few as they want, but $14 is one, and then I match that.
Rachel, how is that facial peel feeling? Or was it, I know you have ultra sensitive skin. I have sensitive skin as well, and it does not, I don't feel it at all, but I was curious how you're doing. Is it a little red?
Well, we might be from everything we've done so far too.
Yeah.
I just took it off and my face was fine.
Okay. I know Rachel has really sensitive skin. So today we were looking at that. Yeah. How's everyone else's feeling?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Good
mine's
also.
warm. But a good warm. Something else about this is it is very similar to a spa treatment, like you would actually get in a spa. And they use very similar ingredients. It just doesn't have the recovery time. A lot of people who get a facial peel in a spa have to then recover for 1 week to 2 weeks and cannot wear makeup, cannot do anything with their face. And then if you've ever seen them, it's red and sore. And then also it costs like between $200 and $300 where I live to do that. So I like to point that out because like you can have it in your home for 6 months and not have recovery time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's 65 for,
right.
you know, 6 months. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Awesome.
Nicole, how are we doing on time?
Mm-hmm.
There's about a minute
All right.
or less.
I knew it was getting
Okay.
close.
So if we want to start taking that off, we can. And then I think Teresa is going to be doing hydrogel eye patches next. Yes.
You want me to put them on now or take it off first?
Take your facial peel off because we have to put those hydrogel eye patches on clean skin.
I had 3 nice warm washcloths ready. I'm so glad I did. I'm using every single one.
That is awesome.
Feels good.
Yeah, feels great.
I'm ready. I love these so much. So it looks like the rest of the products we're going to apply and leave on overnight.
That's right.
Okay. Except these
Yeah.
for, okay.
And one thing I just wanted a little side note, the exfoliating powder, if someone has really sensitive skin, they could substitute this as one of the exfoliation options. Okay, instead of microdermabrasion, or you could substitute that. Okay, hydrogel eye patches.
Ready for the shimmery pink gels, instantly reviving and delivering moisture to hydrate and cool and soften and deep puff. So,
Pack your bags, people.
yeah, a little tricky to pop on, but you got to get them right up in there, and they move around on your skin because your skin is so exfoliated right now. And they stay in place. As you can see, I'm looking down and it hasn't moved. There's a lot of wonderfully nourishing serum in these. And kind of get them placed where you want them.
It's really hard for me to talk once I have them on because I have these eye puffies under and they move.
Okay, I just
Also, I have a Korean eye kind of, so I have to take off the tip sometime with the scissors.
Oh, see, and I just,
Yes,
oh, okay.
Christine. Yes. I got the
I just tuck
slanty
them
eyes.
up higher. I just tuck them up higher. But that's smart.
I love
Because then I
it.
can go right up there.
Share really quick with you guys that two things. First of all, I keep these like in a drawer, like a coveted place, because my 15-year-old daughter, for some reason, thinks that she needs them.
She does.
I hid them, and I went in the other night to put one on, and there were three left. And I was like,
Oh my
I
God.
don't think I used that many. And of course, I called her out, and she's like, I have not been using them, but gosh, I need some now. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you have beautiful skin and beautiful eyes, and you're not ready for that. But she wanted them puffy, you know. But here's
So 20 minutes, twice a week. That way you have to make time for you because you want to leave them on for the full time. And you will have that refreshing hydration and right there at your fingertips, sparkle. You got to have the sparkles too.
I know.
It reminds me of the biocellulose mask, except you can actually put it by your eyes.
For sure. So I
Yes.
take one and put it upside down right here. Because
Cut
I
it out.
no lie. So I take one and I put
I'm
it upside
on
down.
it.
Yes.
For
Of
what?
course, then I can't
For
talk.
the wrinkles around your
For
lips.
fine lines?
Oh my gosh. So it doesn't look like a mustache when you have it on? Someone do it.
I'm doing
looks
it.
like, you
I'm
know,
doing it.
yeah.
You know, if you put two big ones here, it'd look like a
Yeah.
perfect handlebar, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I do one that covers like the whole, so then I have to keep my mouth closed for like one time in my life, but you know.
Oh,
Can't
it feels
do
so
it.
good.
Can't do it. I could have an upside brow or a, look at that.
I just love that you get immediate results after 20 minutes. You're like
know.
wrinkles are gone.
Less dark for sure. Less fine lines. Less puffiness.
Less
I've never seen anything so effective in 20 minutes ever.
Yeah, I just
tried-
noticed that my wrinkles get like plump, like they don't. It's great. I love it because that's where I'm wrinkly.
Putting them on clean skin, so always after you cleanse. 60 patches. And you know, Chris, it's funny you say that. I have an office assistant who is 17, maybe now 18, but she got them from me right when they came out. She uses them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, because they.
I have a lot
you know,
of teenagers who are worried about their
And
They're
you know,
under-
I always think you know, on the flip side of that, like how blessed we are that our kids, or that we're teaching these young girls how to take care of their skin sooner.
Early on,
So that we
yeah.
don't have, they spend so much time reversing that aging, and they've already, you know, how many customers do you have that say, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done this, whatever. And now we've got this whole generation that's already knowing, you know, Mary Kay said, by the time you're 10, you should have a skincare set on your bathroom counter.
So my daughter Bria is 12, and it's so cute. Since this stay-at-home thing, she helps me all the time with my Mary Kay parties that are Facebook Live. She is fantastic, and she's working it and picking out winners and all that stuff. So we're doing one tomorrow morning. But anyway, she uses the botanical set, Chris, and I should take a picture of her bathroom because she has them lined up, numbered, written on number 1, 2A, 2B. It's really cute, but really awesome.
I love it. And Lizzie too, it's like, you know, the cosmetic counter is all Mary Kay, because I'm thinking you are not using anything that's not. She's got 2 different colors of CC cream, and
Yes.
she already uses a myriad of, you know, products, you know, the charcoal mask, but then she, like, you know, the cleanser and the charcoal mask, but the botanical, you know, fresh.
Last night, Bria had
I'm like,
charcoal mask on right
like
here. Like,
Trees, you are cracking me
right
up,
here.
which is making my patches move.
So I have the privilege of talking about our next product. This is our nourishing oil from our Mary Kay Naturally line. I am so excited that Mary Kay came out with a 100% naturally derived product. The nourishing oil is 100% naturally derived with almond oil, sesame oil, and olive oil. And this is an excellent moisturizer. That's how we're going to be using it tonight, that you can put all over your face or around your eyes. You can use it on your cuticles. You can use it in your hair. You can actually put a couple drops in a moisturizer or in a body lotion. And I use it all those ways. And a little bit goes a really long ways. It comes with a dropper, which is amazing. And the smell, oh my gosh, the smell. Like, I love this in our Mary Kay body lotions. Just adding a little bit, because really you get a lot more hydration, but also the scent of it. So what we're going to be using tonight, and just a couple drops goes a really long ways. So we will be using a drop and then just kind of massaging it in. And we're going to be going, you know, underneath right now. We're not going where our eye patches are. We're still going to leave those on, but we'll do our forehead and we'll do here. And I always use it here. Like, big believer in that.
Hey, Brenda, have you asked your friend about using this in your hair?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I know you can. I was
work
wondering if, because I know, well, I've been looking for split end menders, and I thought she had mentioned like using an oil can help.
She did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And she said that it was a good option. Yeah.
I love that it doesn't take much.
No.
And it actually absorbs. It's not just sitting on you forever.
Right. Absorb quickly in.
I got to work around
Now,
this mustache.
Another thing with this oil. Getting around the mustache.
Who is that, Mr. Magoo, or who is that you remind me of?
The walrus. It's a walrus.
Yeah, the walrus. The walrus. That's who it is.
Oh God, I'm gonna eat it in a minute. I better shut up.
There's a sales director named Ryan Reed who has a daughter who struggles with acne, and she was using a clear proof and it wasn't totally clearing, so she actually had her use this oil on her face, and it was crazy that actually cleared it.
The breakout,
you know,
or
sometimes
scarring?
you can have breakout going on because of being too dry or not hydration.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to share the screens here just so we can see where we're at in this process.
Perfect.
All right. So number 6. Ooh, number 7. We need to do that yet.
And that is are we doing the renewing gel mist? Is that what's in Barbie?
The
or what
Shea
is?
Butter Balm is number 7. We went out of order,
Okay.
but it will be okay for those with C personalities.
All right. So, hey, let's have Nicole then lead us through the Shea Butter Balm.
Okay, this is our Shea Butter Balm. Just like the lip scrub, it is a white tea and citrus scent. The Shea Butter Balm can be used as often as you want throughout the day, every day. On your lips, it's a great moisturizer. Again, we need to add that moisture back into our lips after exfoliating it. So yep, just go ahead and put it on like you would any type of chapstick. It does have the slanted tip on it so that it's easy to apply.
Brenda, did you put this on your whole face? I was just wondering.
I did.
You did?
I
Okay.
did.
Me
Yeah,
too.
which is
Just
crazy.
curious.
Oily skin. I'm an oily
I know.
skin person. It feels good. Feels good.
Okay. My skin is smiling.
And I love the butter balm. You know, it feels so moisturizing. It does not feel like chapstick. It is not waxy whatsoever. It has really great moisture. And Shea is a treat. It's a natural moisturizer.
I just gave my son-in-law this set because he's a butcher and he's in and out of the freezer, and he said nothing helps his lips. He was so chapped, and I said, here, take this, try it. And he just said today, I have never had anything that has made my lips feel so much better. So
Wow.
that was, and that's a guy. That's a guy.
Yeah, my husband swears by the sun protector.
Oh,
And ever
yeah,
since he
yeah.
started using that, he doesn't get cold sores
Cold sores. Yep.
anymore. Yeah.
Sunblock lip
Yeah.
protectant.
Yes.
Yep.
And our dad and my husband
Yeah.
just.
I have a lot of guys. It has the
That's-
SPF 15. Again,
Me too.
this one is shaped like chapstick, but it is not waxy. It's a great moisturization
With sunscreen.
with sunscreen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I like put it on the kids. I let the kids use it every morning because
Mhm.
go outside all the time.
So our next step for our face right now is that renewing gel mask. Renewing gel mask, which is a mask we can put on. Love it, Rachel, love it. We can put on and leave on overnight, or you can put on and take off. And as the HydraSession, we will leave it on. I love it though. I think I shared, like, I went walking for 5 miles last week in that wind, and this felt like heaven, putting this on my face. Totally felt like heaven. So, and I do love it on my throat and neck too, because it has the age fighting ingredients in it. It is an awesome, and I love it. Rachel and Barbie are using their mask applicators to put it on.
I was copying Rachel. She's a good role model. I saw her just real happy with her.
I love this mask applicator. I mean, it just works so well.
So we're leaving this on overnight, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh. So what time are we checking in the morning? Our face feels.
I guess we're not.
I'm curious to see how this is going to go. I mean, this is my first time ever doing this, and I have such oily skin. And I'm wondering, like, Chris, have you ever done this before? And like, I'm assuming my skin's gonna love it because it's gonna feel hydrated and then it won't need to pump out oil.
Yeah, you will love it. And I love that reminder that you guys were talking about too, that with oily skin, again, there's that myth and that misconception that we need to constantly be drying out. And actually every time we do that, we're promoting our body to create more oil. So then now we've created this monster of oiliness. So we have to be rehydrating that. We just need the right products to rehydrate. And I have slept with that gel mask overnight, because in a minute you guys will be totally dry to the touch. But how well that just hydrates you all night when you wake up in the morning. You will wash your face, but you will not want to wash your face because it will feel so good. You'll think, I want this feeling to stay, right?
I've actually used this at least 2 or 3 times in the last week and left it on overnight on my entire face, and I've loved it. Yeah, because if you think about sometimes the condition, like how windy it's been and just the exposure, if you've been outside, you know, this just has been awesome. And I have not been too oily whatsoever with using that.
I've always used it on my throat, and I've noticed a big difference there. Because I'll put it on my throat and sleep with it on overnight there. And that makes a huge difference for this area.
Yes,
So,
and we do not have oil glands here. So this is a good reminder for all of us to always do the décolleté area in the throat. And also, like this HydraSession, I forgot to mention. So the most often that a person would do this, what we're doing, you know, layering exfoliation after exfoliation after exfoliation is usually monthly, would be how often you might do this, okay? Or some people do it quarterly. But definitely it's something that we can do, and I think it's really great, but I wouldn't do this like every week. You know, this is something to do kind of monthly. But yeah, how does your skin feel, you guys?
Very good. Very.
Yeah, Rachel, now I know everyone else, but Rachel, I do not know you right now, and you came on and you had just beautiful, radiant skin, but you are just glowing. Oh my gosh, your whole face is just, I see it from here, how many hundreds of miles away, right? It's amazing. You guys look fantastic. I got to go do all this now in my bathroom. So
Rachel's in North Carolina, Christine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Even more, thousands of miles. Oh my gosh. You are even more beautiful now.
How does your skin feel, Rachel, and everyone?
It feels
Good.
and moist.
Yeah.
Like it is so smooth right now.
Yeah. And Rachel takes excellent care of her skin. And Rachel works really hard and wears a mask every day. So taking care of the skin here has been real important lately, especially. But yeah, Rachel uses our repair line, and I will not say how old you are, Rachel, but I would never guess in 1,000,000 years your age. I would never.
I was born in 1985 in August.
Yeah.
So the last step of this HydraSession, and thank you guys so much for being on and being a part of our first HydraSession. I'm so excited. We still have our hydrogel eye patches on, but the last step is actually then removing the hydrogel eye patches and putting on a final eye cream. So I'm not sure, I know we haven't had them on for 20 minutes, so feel free to leave them on. But Barbie, do you want to talk about an eye cream or lead us through? And I know you're very passionate about the Time-Wise Repair eye cream, but it could be any eye cream.
I am passionate about lots of our stuff. Nicole, how long have we had these on? Because I am willing to.
Nicole did not time this.
Oh!
One job.
I would guess
Give her
it's
one
probably
job.
been a good 20 minutes.
One job.
So I am just I'm finding my scary picture. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna be so great. Okay, so my favorite, I'm trying to get back to us here. There we go. My favorite eye cream is definitely our Volume Firm Eye Renewal Cream. I had seeing what it had done for my mother when she started using the repair set, I can remember her crow's feet completely disappearing. It was like, she is reversing time right now. So anyway, this eye renewal cream, when I first started Mary Kay 3.5 years ago or so, I knew the product worked, but I really wanted every reason to be like, you know what? I'll do something else, but whatever. So this though, I was like, I'm just going to make sure it works, even though I already knew it worked, but I'm like, I'm going to test it out. Right. And I had just been to one of these, okay, where we were at consultant training, and someone had explained how to use this tip, and I didn't know how to use it correctly. So I wasn't using it. I was using it, but I wasn't using it consistently or correctly. So I'm going to show you how to use this correctly today. So let me just pop these off here. And what happened is I used it one day on one eye, and I was like, I totally noticed a difference. No, I don't. And I went to sleep, use it the next day, the 2 times a day. And I went up to the mirror and I'm like, oh, I totally noticed a difference. Yes, I do. So I did it 7 days in a row on one side of my face. I will show you that picture in a moment, and you can decide which side I used it on. Let's see. Here we go. It's scary. It's scary. Okay. Once you see this, it cannot be unseen. I'm going to let you know that now. I am not smiling. I look scary, a little like a serial killer. So here we go. I'm going to open it up for you right now, and you're going to decide which side of my face I used it on.
I'm sorry.
It's pretty obvious,
Yep.
right? I know. It's grainy. Okay, I get it. Sorry. If I show up in your nightmares tonight, just be happy. One side looks amazing, and we're going to make both sides look amazing. This was the morning of my class reunion, by the way. That's fun. But we have really good concealers and foundation, so it was fine. And since then, if you notice, I have been doing it on both eyes. See, they're back to normal. So I'll show you how to put it on. Isn't this great, Brenda? Okay. So Christine is like, what? There is a curved side and a flat side. So I'm just going to put some product here on the flat side like that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. And what I do is I'll just pop it on the crow's feet area. I do the underneath. I have dark circles inside. I have it out. So basically everywhere where you do not put your moisturization, your hydration, you want to put it there because this is what's going to hydrate that skin. You don't put our moisturizers by your eye. So how you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to massage it in. This is the only eye cream of ours that we massage. The rest we pat, okay? So we just gently massage it. I'm massaging, I go all the way to my eyebrow.
Do you massage with the flat side or the round side?
Great question. You massage with the flat side. And what I love is this metal cools your eye area both morning and night. So this is the part I didn't know. Can you believe I was using it on the other eye? I just wasn't using it consistently or correctly. So this is the part I did not know. Okay, use it morning and night. But the curved side right there, okay, that is the side where you turn it when you're done massaging and you just gently wipe, okay? And you're just wiping away. And what I do believe, okay, is happening is it's breaking up like all the puffy and the stuff that gets pooled here every day, and it disperses it. Okay, so it's not all pooled here and it's not bagging and sagging. So this eye cream was meant for the bagging and sagging of skin. So if anyone has eye bags, darkness, deep lines and wrinkles, this is the eye cream for you. Can you believe that, Brenda?
And
That was inspired by my denial that I might be good at this Mary Kay thing.
Tell about that metal tip that made of that Zamax metal. What is that? Remind us about that. That's the same metal.
You'll have to tell me this.
Okay,
Teach
so
me.
that Zamax metal is what they use for boxers. bars. That's what they use to cool their eyes after they. And I'm thinking, I don't want anyone punch me in the eye, but don't you wake up sometimes in the morning and you think, I feel like I got punched in the eye, or I look like it?
Yes.
And that I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if I have that, you know, what's their recovery time? I'm like, in 1 second, you know. So again, what does Mary Kay do? You know, they are really all of those, you know, products made for the consumer.
So they use
there's
this
the timer.
metal on boxers' eyes
That's
Yeah.
what they use
Same
to
metal.
shrink the.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You know, something else that's an interesting tip is when you get bit by bugs, okay, that are going to give inflammation and stuff. I've heard that, and you know, when we have lots of bugs, I've heard that when you get bit on the head, there's nowhere else for the inflammation to go, so it tends to travel to the eye area too. Or if you get hit on the head and you have some kind of inflammation. So this works wonders, and I love it.
And I just use the Time Wise 3D eye cream, so that's another great option. And that one you apply with your finger underneath the brow bone. Thank you so much. How does everyone's skin feel?
Amazing.
I'm
So
so
good.
grateful that you were part of our HydraSession tonight. I hope that this was informative, but also a pampering experience for you. And thank you to everyone. Thank you, Rachel, as our guest, and thank you all consultants for being on, and thank you those of you that shared. And Denise, I'm so excited that you're on. Denise is a new consultant, so this is such a treat for you to learn about how to do a HydraSession, because this is new to all of us actually. And so it's just the combination of how we're using those products. But thank you for taking the time to be on. And I just can't even believe how great my face feels right now. Thank you, Chris and Teresa, and Nicole and Barbie all for sharing.
Thanks. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So you guys
how
have a great
good
rest of your
these work every time. Every time I use them, I'm like, I can't believe it did it again. Every time.
I'm gonna stop the recording. And but thank you guys so much for being on tonight. There it is. There we go.